Thanks for being here. I'm going live a little bit early because there's a truck here. We're at St. Helens Slaughterhouse in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And this is why we're here. This is why we're here, guys. Showing these poor mother cows getting sent to their death for no reason whatsoever. They don't deserve to go through this. Why are we putting them through this? Shame. Look how disgusting this is. What they have to go through. All around in their feces. These poor things. What did they ever do to anybody? They do not deserve this at all. Guys, this guy is triggered. He's like almost hitting the fence there because he doesn't want us to see the truth. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, babies. Shame on this company. Shame on anybody who puts anyone through this. I'm so sorry, baby. You do not deserve this. Does this guy not know how to drive? That's feces on their face. I mean, I don't even have to say anything. I'm so sorry. I just got feces or urine on me. How can you do this to them? For what? For milk? For a stupid burger? You don't need to be a part of this, guys. You don't need to do this. I've been vegan for almost 12 years. They're just babies. Look at it. Look at her. They're just babies, guys. You don't need to do this. You don't need to be a part of this. Look at them. Look at them. Look at all the feces. I'm so sorry. How disgusting that. The whole truck stinks. Everything smells so bad. And this guy was just trying to get away from me. Just so he could not show what's going on here. He drove back and forth. What, he just forgot how to stop driving or something? For what? Not showing us the truth? Shameful behavior. It's like the guy did last week over here. He parked in the parking lot in 40-degree weather for over 25 minutes. Then he moved and he parked in the sun over here. There's a shaded area, but he decided to park in the sun, and he said he enjoys doing it. So why are we doing this to innocent, sentient beings? We can live vegan. We don't have to do this to anyone. It's shameful. It's absolutely disgusting. It smells here. Guys, please share this live. I'm at St. Helens Slaughterhouse in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the worst street in Canada. It stinks. There's houses over here. There's homes right over here. There's people that drink the water over here. Can you believe that? A slaughterhouse is right next door. And it's known to have increases in violent crime rates. You can only imagine what's going on with the environment around here. Like, look, I'm getting bitten by bugs around here. There's seagulls here. Do seagulls belong at slaughterhouses? No. And what do? They pick up communicable diseases, they bring them to farms, and they spread zoonotic diseases. So guys, please, I'm at St. Helens Slaughterhouse, the worst place in the world. Disgusting, it smells, it's in my mouth, it's awful. I just got shit on from these poor innocent cows who have done nothing wrong but being bred into existence, have their babies stolen from them, be artificially inseminated, put through the worst conditions possible. You saw the feces. Did you see the feces at the bottom of the truck? We got to stop oppressing these beings. Thank you, Mel and Steve. Thank you, other vegans, for being here and being here today with me. It's not easy. It's not easy being out here, guys. But it makes it a lot easier when you guys are here with me. Oh, that's tough, man. Holy shit. Seeing all their faces, what they're going through, And then you had a guy drive by and say, "Oh, I love my burger." Like, what's wrong with these people, man? Innocent little cows. What did they ever do? What did they ever do to anybody? So once again, I'm at St. Helens Slaughterhouse. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. If you're just joining, I used to work for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, and I saw things that no one else should ever have to see or be a part of. Originally, I was going to start this live stream a little bit later. However, we saw the slaughterhouse truck and we wanted to get the footage of those poor cows. This is another death truck that's leaving. So there was how many cows on that truck? We don't know. But they were there early this morning, so those cows are likely have been shot in the face and chopped up into burgers and steaks. For what? Probably 50. I'm getting word, probably 50. It was a smaller truck. So guys, this is part of Project Livestream. If you see Mel and Steve here, also in the description, I put their Instagram if you want to get involved. We're just trying to expose these places. Sorry about that. And as you can see, even the driver, everybody is triggered when you come to these places. It's like they forget how to think. It's like they forget what to do in their policies. It's similar to when I was an inspector. I used to come to these places and everyone would lose their mind. Why? Because deep down inside, whether they know it or not, they're doing wrong. Exactly. Watch Dominion the movie on YouTube. You can see standard industry practice, and I can attest to that because I used to work as a government inspector. It's daily, everyday practice, and why would you want to be a part of that? Knowing what we know today, we do not have to eat animals. I've been vegan for almost 12 years. Agnes, how long have you been vegan? 13 years, my co-worker here, so to say. And there's several vegan. I met vegans yesterday that had been vegan their entire life. Whole family actually were vegan. And so it's very easy. Like a lot of people conflate it with the diet. It's actually a justice movement. It's actually not to exploit or commodify others because we don't have to. Thank you guys for being here. Vegan for them. It's good to see you guys here. Let me know where you're from, which city or what area, what country you're in. And let me know if you're getting active for the animals, the most important part. It seems like Diddy is triggered, obviously. Probably because he's part of this. He pays for it. He probably doesn't feel good about it. And he's just, projecting his insecurities on the live stream there. So once again, I'm at St. Helens Slaughterhouse, a disgusting hellhole here in Toronto. They're serving up mother cows that likely maybe traveled even 35 hours away in their feces and their urine. They have their babies taken from them. They're likely only 2 to 5 years old. That they could be even pregnant. I've seen where pregnant cows are sent to slaughter, which is awful, terrible. Can you imagine that? Just to let you know, the last live stream I had, we ended up hitting over 100,000 people, showing people this exact place, this disgusting hellhole place. I just can't even describe the feeling here. Mel and Steve might know, some others might know. The smell, the environment, the fact that people, like the driver, was not even knowing how to drive. He had to go back and forth, and for what? So he could hide from us? Like an industry that claims to be humane, ethical, all these things, what are they afraid to hide? Wouldn't you rather show the world that you're doing good? No, because they know they're doing wrong. And that's why every single time I come to one of these places, they literally are running around and acting like as if they did something wrong, like a child would, right? Some weird comments going on, but that's to be expected. A lot of people are triggered by these things because they don't want to have to take responsibility for their actions. What's that? Cherry picking.
Everybody
Oh, right, yes. Yeah, so like if this was a strawberry slaughterhouse, they or field, they would let us come in, right? There would be no problem. We'd be able to show everything. They'd probably be proud, this is what we're doing, but not at this disgusting, smelly hellhole of a place. Last time, again, I had a truck driver come out at me. He said, "Get the fuck away from my truck," and I stood my ground. He's not going to intimidate me. No one's going to intimidate me at these places. If you want to check out that stream, it's live on. I set it on my lives on YouTube. Go ahead and watch it. There's a video. Sorry, there's a short video of that on my YouTube, and then there's also on my Instagram. And then as well, there's another video where my friend Jenny McQueen and I collabed on a video where we were trying to get the slaughterhouse to at least move the cows into shelter. They didn't care. The employees didn't care. Even though I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector, I used to work for the Canadian government. They didn't care that these poor innocent animals were roasting in the sun. And you can go and see the video. As a former inspector, if there's a lineup of trucks, they're required to drive around so there can be some airflow. Well, these guys just decided to park, and even the guy admitted he enjoyed that the animals were suffering. This is the kind of mindset that goes on because, again, these people, like the trolls in the comment, are just projecting. They don't want to take personal responsibility. Apathy is a plague, and we can see that time and time and time again. C8. So you said the slaughterhouse is the worst place on the planet. It is. Have you been inside a slaughterhouse, C8? Let me know if you've been inside a slaughterhouse, and then we can talk. If you've ever seen a mother cow shot in the face or a baby cut out of them, absolutely, that is the worst place you could ever be. If you want to talk about war zones, well, who are the people working in here? It's marginalized individuals, marginalized communities. They use individuals from war-torn countries. It's not you working in there, C8. It's marginalized individuals. It's people that don't have the language skills, like my grandparents. They came here, the job they were given, slaughterhouse. So that's how it works, C8. Maybe you should go check it out. Maybe go work in one for a day. Yeah, absolutely. It's truly awful, guys. I highly recommend you watch Dominion the movie. It's on YouTube. Go watch it for 5 minutes, or the link in my description. It's a 3-minute movie. Go check it out. Go click on it now. Come back and let us know what it made you think about and how it made you feel. Again, dairy cows are killed here, like Mel and Steve said. They have their babies taken from them. Maybe you guys don't know the process. So at about 18 months, it's pretty young, these female calves will have an arm sticked in their anus. They will have a prod sticked up their vagina, and a human will hold that together, hold their cervix together in order to impregnate them. So what happens to the males, if they're born male, generally sometimes they're even shot on the farm, maybe buried on the farm or thrown in a dumpster, or sometimes they go for veal, just 2-3 months, maybe 6 at most. And then the females will go back into the industry. So they'll have about 2 or 3 babies, and then they're sent to a disgusting place like St. Helens meat packers in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. They live terrible lives. Most of them are living on these feedlots. If you've ever been around one or you've seen one, people think that might be normal, that they're having fun out in these fields. They're not. They're living in their feces. They're laying down in these disgusting sheds full of shit everywhere. They have silos everywhere, and that's leaking into our environment. That's going into our waterways, and people are drinking water from that, And often when I come here, and I don't come here that often, I see the Toronto Public Health Authority. They're testing the water. Why do you think that is? Do they come to your home and test water? No, they don't, right? So you got to think, what's going on underneath all of this? And I guarantee you, if you walked in and saw for yourself, you'd be disgusted. So we have a couple other activists showing up, guys. Once again, I'm at St. Helens Slaughterhouse in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, can I just... So we got a sign here. Mother cows, guys, mother cows. They're sometimes pregnant and their babies are cut out of them just so people can pretend they're baby cows, guys. Can you imagine that? In 100 years from now, people are gonna look back and say, what the hell is wrong with that civilization? Like, it's surprising that we're still here, to be honest. What about wild animals? Great question, C8C. We're learning today. Good job. So what about wild animals? Well, there's not a lot of them left. We're encroaching on their land. We're using these fields to grow crops in order to feed the 92 billion land animals that we do each year, including factory farm fish. Did you know that they feed soy to fish? Did you know they feed bone to fish in these silos, these massive water type silos? And it's absolutely disgusting. When I was an inspector, actually, I brought a lot of these fish, or some of these fish, to be tested, and oftentimes they would come back positive for histamines, other toxins. And so what would happen is they would be denied access, and so they would just go into a country that had lesser standards than, say, North America, because you could get more money in North America. So they would go to other countries, or they would repurpose them, reship them, because they know the inspection is so little and that they're going to be able to get away with these things. So once again, what did you say there, C8? You know, sometimes you try to teach people, but they can't. Yeah, so go to Dominion, the movie on YouTube, check that out. Let us know what you think. Even watch the first 5 minutes. I also have a link in my description to Mel and Steve if you want to get involved for Project Livestream. Really important that we get out here and show these places for what they are. And my friends are just hearing me blab my mouth off here, but that's the point, right? We want to make these places feel uncomfortable. I'm getting bitten by bugs here. It's no surprise. It fucking reeks here, guys. It smelled... when I got off the bus, I could smell it, and it like got inside me. Like, I don't know, like, it's just absolutely disgusting. Simon, how's it going? What's happening here? No, aliens. Actually, if you eat mother cows, your IGF-1 is gonna go up. You're not gonna produce more testosterone. You're probably gonna be a lot worse off. And also, why would you do that to a mother cow? You think torturing animals is cool? It's not. So guys, once again, I'm at St. Helens Slaughterhouse in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It's absolutely disgusting here. It's getting really hot. We're anticipating they're gonna bring a few more trucks here because this company doesn't care whether or not these poor cows are in the heat or whether they're whatever conditions they're going through. Sometimes they'll transport them from Alberta all the way to Ontario. If you can imagine, if you've been in these heat waves, oh, someone honked at us finally. Then you can imagine what that plight might be like. I showed you earlier on the stream what it looked like at the bottom of this truck, and there's feces everywhere. You could smell it. Those poor cows are sliding around in it. That's how people fall down. No, I don't speak Italian. I'm half Portuguese, half Irish, sort of. More Canadian, but whatever that means. Yeah. Hey, vegan pixie warrior. Exactly. Stop paying for them to die. It's not worth the taste, pleasure, guys. That's all it is. We know we can live healthy and fine without eating dead animal carcasses. We can even thrive if you want to. You know, if you want to live like more like a workout type of person, you can do that on a plant-based diet. We have athletes. I think we had 14 Olympic athletes win all these medals recently. Novak Djokovic is plant-based. So it's really absolutely more than easy to do. Challenge 22 if you're actually considering it, but you got to remember the why. The why is because of the mother cows that are going to get shot in the face today for the stupid burger that you think that you need, that you've been indoctrinated to believe that you need. Yeah. And so last week or a couple weeks ago we were here, and you know, I had to jump into the live stream much like I did today. And there was a truck that came, and I actually anticipated, I thought the driver was stopping for us. And I thought, okay, wow, this guy gets it a little bit. But he didn't actually. He got out of his truck. You can see the video. Go to my channel. It's a short. He came out yelling at me very aggressively, but I stood my ground. And I asked him what the hell, you know, what the hell was he doing? And he backed off. But then he got upset and he went into the parking lot over here and just parked there in the baking sun, allowing these animals to suffocate in the heat. If you don't know, I'm a former inspector. So my job was animal transportation. In a situation like that where they have nowhere to park, it's highly advisable you go under the shade. And there was shade just over here where there's some trees. And also you could just drive around giving some airflow, but the driver decided he wanted to give his ego. And you can see on my Instagram reel, if you go check out my Instagram channel, same handle, you see that he actually said he liked to put them through suffering. And so that's one person, and that's just one expose. If you can imagine what takes place, going back, thinking about some of the things that I used to work in, I don't talk about it a lot. Yeah, like I've seen things. I've seen incredibly awful things. People talk about local farms or small scale farms. I mean, all the local farms, they go to the slaughterhouse. But some of these farmers are hidden and they're protected by the farming community. And these are some of the worst vile people ever. They'll SA animals, they'll beat them, they'll burn them, they'll do lots of horrific things to them that you can't even imagine can be possible that a human could do to somebody. And they get away with it because farmers are trying to protect their own, and I understand that, but the thing is, they're protecting psychopaths. Just like on the slaughterhouse kill floor, there's people that intentionally get these jobs because they love killing. I've seen it myself going in when I used to go into the cow slaughterhouse. I remember this guy, he would carry a machete, he had blood all over him, his eyes are open like this, and he's cutting animals away. I was scared to go near him. And this guy was just in his element, he enjoyed it. And so we are allowing this to happen by paying for these products. The same goes with the farmer that is doing incredibly awful things and nobody's policing it. No inspectors go to these small farms. No one goes to check them out. Very rare, it's usually announced. And so that's why we need to have people whistleblowing. We need to people have exposing these places for what they are. They're disgusting. They're hellholes. They're nightmares. We wouldn't do that to our companion animals. A lot of people talk about welfare standards. Well, if you're actually worried about welfare standards, then you would be against the psychopath that's abusing and SAing these animals. Like, that's what happens. People will hang, for example, they'll hang pigs just to have the other pigs listen to what they're saying. They'll have the pig right in front of them. I've seen that. Can you imagine having that happen? And that's allowed to take place, right? What's the question, Cheese? Where are we? So Cheese, I don't look at animals as commodities anymore. Like, I don't view them that way. Like, I can't imagine thinking about them that way. That guy. So I don't view them that way. Even if they lived a good life, that could even be worse. Imagine, you befriend this animal, they live a long life. This doesn't happen, by the way. That's the fairy tale situation. But imagine they live this great life and whatnot. Imagine if someone came up to you and just randomly took your life. How would you feel, right? You wouldn't want that to happen to you. You would not want this to take place. So that's my answer, Cheese. It's very easy to move away. We have so many different products that we can do, but it's more the ethical thing. I wouldn't, like, the ethical part is the easy thing. The how is even easier, right? Yeah. That guy usually isn't really kind with me, so at least he's nice today. So guys, smash like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, share. Let's get me up to the amount of subs. I need over 1,000 so we can hit the roof today. Last time I was on, we hit over 100,000 views. 100,000 views. Cheese, yes, you need to go vegan. It's so simple. Like you saw the cows earlier. If not, go back in the stream and look at the cows. Look them in the face and ask yourself, is what they're going through harder than your inconvenience, or is your inconvenience harder than what they're going through right now? They're literally having their neck slit and being shot in the skull. Like, guys, it's not rocket science. If I can do it, I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I changed, you know. I've been called names. I've been called all the things in the books. I don't care, right? I'm just showing you guys because I'm just telling you the truth. I'm telling you like it is. And I think if you were in my position, you would change as well. Again, smash the like, tell all your friends, subscribe, share with all your friends. Tyler, I can talk to you about that another time, but just so you know, if you're trying to do an I gotcha, Tyler Beats, there's mother cows that are still pregnant getting sent to slaughter. So if you're for or against abortion, these are some of the things that you should think about, but that shouldn't have anything to do with this stream, okay? That we shouldn't even be talking about that here because we're talking about the animals, but I'm more than willing to have a back and forth with you off stream. Go message me on Instagram, follow me there, go and like and share my videos. Let's go, guys, let's go. I'm getting bitten by these bugs. I should have wore pants. No, Tyler, we can be kind to both. Why do we say humans before animals? If you care about humans, do you care about the slaughterhouse worker that's going to suffer PTSD, turn to drugs and alcohol? This whole community has a higher risk of violent crime rates now because of the slaughterhouse. If you care about humans, then you should be vegan. If you care about animals and you worry about something like their well-being, then you wouldn't put them in a slaughterhouse. Yes, Alicia, it's getting really hot. I can feel it on my back. And guess what? There's thousands, maybe more of these trucks driving all across North America, all across the world, going to these hellhole places. What is going on here? You hear that? No, it's just a truck. Sorry, guys. They're driving all over the place in this heat. Nobody cares. Nobody actually gives a shit about these animals. They're commodified. They're not looked at as individuals. And if that was your dog or your cat on the slaughterhouse truck, you'd be fighting for them. If you're vegan and you're not active, I highly recommend that you do. There's groups called We the Free. There's Anonymous for the Voiceless. There's the Save Movement. So many different activist groups that you can get involved in. If you got a skill, we can definitely use it. Guys, we need to stand up. Right now is the moment. It's very important we take this seriously because there's individuals there that are getting shot in the face right now. And what would you do if you were in their position? You would want somebody defending you, you know, like it says on my shirt. Defend animals. Come on, guys. Yes, exactly, Mountain Steve. Let's stand up and fight for the animals. I'm getting a little dehydrated. Just been yelling at the screen. You know, that was really tough watching the cows earlier. If you go back in the stream, guys, go take a look at the cows. Look at what they're going through. You saw the fear. They don't know what's going on. It's very conditional how we use animals, right? They look to us. They look to us like we're going to protect them. And then we do that to them. Isn't that awful? How disgusting is that? Exactly. Don't have a career in this blood money. You can earn an income doing anything else. Don't do this, guys. We don't need to have this happen. Let me know where you're from. Smash like, share, tell all your friends. Let's get this live stream up. Let's get more people viewing. Let's follow, subscribe, guys. Subscribe. Get me over that 1,000. I need to hit that so I can get up and share with the world a little bit more about my experience. We need more of us doing these live streams. If you don't know about Project Livestream, this is part of that. This is an impromptu live stream. We encourage everybody to go check this out. Mel and Steve and I just did a podcast. Go to their channel. They're right here. They're the mods. Go to their channel. I put it in my description and go and follow them and watch the last video. We'll explain Project Livestream August 22nd. Get ready, guys. This phone, this box here is our tool. It's our weapon. And we're going to go in front of all the slaughterhouses that we can, and and we're going to expose these shitholes for what they are. The disgusting shitholes that they are. We're going to go expose them. All of us are going to get out there. We need 50 subscribers. We have a group on Instagram where we can help you get to that 50 subscribers, and then we can all go live and expose this industry for what it is, the nightmare hellhole that it is. People shouldn't be working there. I even say human rights too, right? Imagine shooting someone in the face, what that's going to do to you psychologically. Why are you paying for that to happen? And I'm going to give you a story in a second. I'm just going to have a drink. I'm still live. I'm just giving my voice a minute here, because I just talk and, you know. Hellhole, St. Helens, right there, guys. Disgusting hellhole. Right? Am I right? I think I'm right.
So one of the reasons that they bring them pregnant is because they are sold by weight.
Sold by weight. So I'm not sure if you heard that, but one of the reasons...
Goes in the garbage like that.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? So one of the reasons they come in pregnant sometimes is because they're sold by weight. So...
Even though they don't give milk anymore, they decide to discard them. They will still impregnate them to weigh more.
Yeah, so they'll still impregnate them to weigh more, so the farmer or whoever can make a little bit more profit. That's how disgusting this industry is, because they live by margins, right? They get subsidies. Imagine how much they get in subsidies. It's absolutely absurd. We're subsidizing an industry that causes lactose intolerance, BSE, tuberculosis, E. coli, salmonella, campylobacter. What the fuck are we doing? We're risking these cows. Some of these cows might even have avian influenza, and you want to risk your children's future. You want these zoonotic diseases to come around and ruin the lives of everyone. Like, even if you can't think outside of like discriminating against animals, you're discriminating against your own species because you think you're a baby cow, because you're addicted to their secretions. It's fucking disgusting, guys. Honestly, I actually bit into a burrito, I think it was 5 years ago, and it had the cheese in it. I almost threw up. It tasted like vomit. It actually does. If you think about it, it is. It's rotten milk. It's disgusting. Just like this whole industry is disgusting, just like this hellhole is disgusting. Nobody should be working in these places. Absolutely, everyone should quit, walk away, get a new job. You can leave this environment like I did and stand up for the animals. Sorry, that was just the manager who I got into it with last week. So just wanted to make sure that he heard me, because he was part of allowing a truck just to sit over there in that freaking parking lot while these animals boil to death just because of their fucking ego. So guys, so last night I was at a cube, and I was talking to someone, and we kind of went through the whole thing. She saw what was disgusting footage. She was really taken back by the footage. I asked her if it was necessary. She said no. And then she opened up to me at the end and said her dad used to be a butcher and worked in a slaughterhouse. And I was like, wow, well, I used to actually work in these places. So we discussed it for a little bit. And, you know, I'd mentioned that it's marginalized people like my family. The job they were given was put into a slaughterhouse. And she's like, yeah, my dad's a first generation, and that's the job he was given. And then... you know, I said at the end, I said, you know, like, I'll get into it, guys, but we got a disgusting hellhole slaughterhouse truck here.
Have a truck.
Fair warning to anybody who's watching. So once again, we're at St. Helens Slaughterhouse in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where they murder innocent mother cows because people want to pretend they're cows. Absolutely disgusting industry. Got another truck driver who's triggered, who's yelling at me instead of worrying about himself. These poor cows. What did they ever do? What did they ever do? This guy's really driving fast. Look at how disgusting that is. Feces, urine, it smells. You can hear the cows mooing. They're wondering what the hell we're doing to them. What the hell's wrong with us people? They don't deserve this. This nightmare, there's flies everywhere. I think I just got shit on. How disgusting. Look at that. Genetically engineered, they're all warped. How disgusting. Still pregnant, probably some of them, for weight reasons, so they can make it just a little bit more money. These are massive cows, guys. Massive. I have no idea what they're going through. This guy's triggered. He yelled at me a bit already. I got feces all over me. Guys, don't support something so disgusting like this. Driver's kind of mocking me. What's his problem? I never did anything to him. I'm just filming the cows. Guys, they're so triggered, right? If that was strawberries, no one would be triggered, would they? If that was apples, if that was oranges, if that was vegetables, no one would be triggered, right? But of course, drivers, workers, employees, they're all triggered. They all want to yell at us and try to fight us. All we're doing is showing the innocent animals. The innocent animals that have to go through this, that are pregnant, sometimes getting multiple shots to the head because the stunning fails. You can imagine getting shot in the face multiple times, then having your neck slit just because someone thinks they're a baby cow, because they want to drink their fucking milk. Guys, it reeks here. It's absolutely disgusting. The smell, it gets into your skin, your pores. There's bugs biting my legs right now because I forgot to wear pants. Right behind us, this is where the skins go. There's humans that drive these trucks that absolutely stink. I'm surprised you don't see seagulls. The seagulls are around, the birds are around. They wait till later when the body parts are put into one of those trucks. And then they take them around the city. I've seen body parts streets down, you know, streets down. Thank you, Toronto Cow Save. Just trying to expose this disgusting place for what it is, and you've done it over the years. Guys, if you haven't followed Toronto Cow Save, please go follow them. They have incredible videos, much more than my library does, and they can show you exactly what this place is all about. For years, they've been coming here, exposing the truth about this disgusting industry, the dairy industry. We don't need to do this, guys. We don't need to be a part of this. Absolutely reeks here. We aren't baby cows. We don't need to put animals through this, guys. We can live vegan. You saw the cows, right? It was hard to get footage because the driver's triggered. He doesn't want us to see what the cows are going through. He doesn't want us to show the world the truth. And what's wrong with transparency? You tell me. Would you, out of all things, why can't we be transparent? Everybody should be able to walk in these places and show exactly what takes place. But no, that doesn't happen, right? That doesn't happen because this industry is full of lies. This industry is terrible, it's disgusting. And again, we don't need to be a part of it. Guys, if you haven't hit like, if you haven't shared with your friends, I encourage you to do so. I encourage you to get active as well. This is part of Project Livestream. If you don't know what that is, go ahead and check out Mel and Steve. I have a video, or I have their, I think I have their YouTube video in my description. Sorry guys, it just absolutely stinks out here. Oh my God. Holy shit. Whew. Like this truck, man, it's absolutely like, I wonder if I can get up that high to show you. Maybe there's still skins in it or something. Maybe it'll get them to move, because holy shit, man. Absolutely abhorrent. Hopefully you guys can see, but maybe I can't reach that high. Did you guys see anything? KB, you should go work in a slaughterhouse. And let's see who the drama queen is after that. Go replace the marginalized workers, the mothers that have come from war-torn countries, and the only job they give them, saw blood. Go to the other side, body parts there. All right, I will. There's body parts in there. Yeah. All right, I'm going to check it out, see if I can get in there before the driver leaves. Show what's up. I think the truck driver's up here too as well. Do we see anything there? It's really hard to kind of get on that side. This side's a bit easier. Yeah, I bet you are a friend of that. Oh, there's a roof on that part. I'll try one more time, guys. I think this guy's leaving. How disgusting is that? Smelly, freaking disgusting shit. Whole fucking place, man. I'm sorry for the language, but holy shit, man, that stinks. Jesus, man. Holy fuck. Guys, I'm in hell. Thank you for being here. Smash like, hit subscribe. This place is an abomination. There's literally a neighborhood right over here. Look. There's a park there. Children play there. And this place is allowed to exist near public places, even allowed to exist. So people can pretend they're baby cows. Mother cows get shot in the face, their babies get stolen. I was telling a story earlier, but oh my God, that truck just... Guys, if you've ever been out to a farmer's field, something like that, you can smell the ammonia from the shit that's everywhere. It's a million times worse at a slaughterhouse, and even a million times worse inside a slaughterhouse. I'm getting bitten alive by these bugs. It's disgusting. What are we doing? What are we doing with our planet? What are we doing to the animals? With our lives? You know, people were earlier talking about war and stuff like that. And
That's where it starts.
what do you think that consuming violence does? It creates a violent society. I'm in Toronto, state and city. It's Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We consume violence. We live in a violent world. It's pretty simple, right? You take the life of someone, the trauma. We can. Right, we commit violence, we consume violence, the trauma associated with that, that's going to play on the person and the individual doing that, as well as the person consuming that. Think about it. How can we live in a better world when we continue to have places like this? You know, all these, half the workers here, most of the workers here are from Africa, from all these other places. I've spoken with them, and they said this is the job they're given. They're not gonna tell the government that they're going to work somewhere else. They're just going to accept the job they're given. So they're the ones that are going to suffer trauma. They're going to turn to drugs and alcohol. because they think this is a better life, let alone they don't realize that they're going to be suffering trauma. And a lot of people don't. They think, okay, we have to do it. Like myself, I thought we have to kill animals, we have to eat meat, blah, blah, blah. And I saw it firsthand. And my family all worked in it. So I thought, okay, I have to be a part of it. And so I saw violence. And now that's fucked up my head. Like I can't unsee things. I have flashbacks all the time. Nightmares, night terrors, all that shit. And for what? So I could pretend I was a baby cow, or I can eat their body parts. How ridiculous is that? Again, guys, please hit subscribe, share with all your friends. Let's get my numbers up there so I can expose places like St. Helens here, disgusting hellhole, smelly place that takes the lives of mother cows, if you can believe that. Baby cows, yes, they're basically babies. Sometimes they're even 2 years old or 5 years old. I mean, cows can live up to, there's no leather wallets, Diddy. I'll show you my wallet. You want to see my wallet, Diddy? That's my wallet. No leather. Bro, get off the tit. You're not a baby cow. In fact, Diddy, I'll send you a sucky. On me, free shipping, or soother, whatever you want to call it, pacifier, on me if you stop consuming the cow secretions of a different, cow is a different species, but yes, I will send you a sucky. I'll even send you a blankie, and maybe someone can cuddle up with you so you can feel better about your choices. Peter Cooper, what's up, buddy? Milk is mean too. No, this is not leather. None of this is leather. Do you not understand? How have you come this far, Mike, that you don't understand that we have options now? We have options for every single product out there. We don't need to use leather, fur. We have leather from mushrooms. We do not need to use these products anywhere. In fact, I've had this shirt forever. Everything I'm wearing, plant-based, vegan, whatever you want to call it, we don't have to use animal products. Sorry guys, it's hard to see. I'm gonna try to brighten this up a little bit. So guys, tell me where you're from. Dean, thank you for... Why am I a clown? For protecting animals? Did he say something?
No, the guy had the cow and cut up pieces and named. You know, you've seen the butcher store?
Fuck.
I didn't take the...
Meat clowns. Exactly. That guy was a meat clown. As you guys can see, the death truck, it's leaving. Over 50 victims there. All gone. Dispatched, shot in the face. At a fraction of their lifespan. For what? So you can pretend you're a cow, Diddy? Diddy, I'll send you a pacifier, man. I will send you a pacifier. You'll be very happy. I promise you. I'll even buy you a plant-based meal. How's that? And to the other guy, Mike, who doesn't realize that there are different options, I can help you get there, Mike. It's not that difficult, big guy. I'm sure you can figure it out, okay? Chicken, muffin, whatever you're going to call you. Guys, once again, St. Helens Slaughterhouse in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It fucking reeks here. Poor innocent mother cows are being shot in the face right here. Their babies have been stolen from them. And somehow that's acceptable in society. We're not cows. Drinking cow milk can raise your risk of colorectal cancer, possibly breast cancer. Most people are lactose intolerant, and you have the risk of contracting tuberculosis, the risk of contracting a whole whack of pathogens, Campylobacter, E. coli, Salmonella, and also the risk of zoonotic diseases spreading around. As you can see, there's bugs flying everywhere. I'm getting bitten. Why? Because it fucking stinks here. And now this guy's going to pick up skins.
No, no, the body parts.
Or body
They are
parts.
walking, and
The-
you can show it.
Yeah, I'll show it. So, fair warning, guys. John, you seem a bit triggered, buddy. John, what's wrong, John? Do you work on a farm? Do you think animal torture is acceptable? Do you think abuse is okay? Yeah, I'm gonna have to take more than a shower, HG. I'm just showing what's taking place in this industry. Why would you support violence? You're not a cow, right? Plants don't have sentience, Wayne. Come on, wake up, buddy. Are you fighting for carrot lives and not animal lives? Come on, dude. Wake up, buddy. Wake up. Yeah, what about the wildlife? We're encroaching on wildlife. We're planting soy plantations so we can feed cows, fish, and other animals. For what? I mean, we're destroying the nature. We're destroying the wildlife. Well, I know, John. John, I could tell you were working in the industry by your comment. I used to work in the industry as well. I encourage you to watch a video called What Killing Animals Does to Your Brain. It'll show you the psychological damage that you probably have done to yourself. And you might not even know it, but I guarantee you remember your first kill. And most workers do. And most workers gain apathy after doing that. And then beyond that, some turn into psychopathy, some don't. We're gonna go here. Guys, like, subscribe, share with all your friends. I'm in hell, literal hell. This is St. Helens meat packers in Toronto, Ontario. And we're showing what's taking place in this disgusting vile industry. I think they're gonna be putting body parts in that truck. Mother cow body trucks. Fucking stinks. These places are nightmares. They cause trauma to workers. They cause trauma to the animals. And oh my gosh, it just absolutely reeks here. Yeah, they're really like, seems like they're really like taking appropriate actions to hide from us showing what's taking place. So normally they park outside, but now they're assuming putting all the blood and guts into this truck. Yeah, we don't need to hunt or fish dirty money. What makes you think that we need to do that? You're on a phone, you can figure it out. Go to challenge22.com. Leave the animals alone. You can see they use children. So they use children, right? So they're using children to help move the animals. It's likely this guy's son forcing these cows out here, trying to show his son that this is the next generation, bringing his child into this place to bring the cows in. I don't think the son will see the killing part, but he'll definitely be bringing the cows into the holding area there. And from there, they'll be shot in the face, all for your fucking burger and your steak. Some of them will still be pregnant. Oftentimes there's failure rates where they get shot in the face, it doesn't work, because these cows have different sized skulls. So oftentimes the stunning process doesn't work. And the stunning process is generally just because they don't want the workers to get injured. People often think that, oh, the stunning is for actually the animals themselves. No, it's really for the workers. So I can't get a good angle here. Obviously these places try to hide what takes place. I'm sure a strawberry farm would allow you to walk all over it, but this place definitely will not. So this is the name of the company. Go review the place if you want. Go on Google reviews. Talk about seagulls that bring body parts. Oh, for fuck's sakes, they're always moving. It's like they know I'm here and they just want to move me out of the way. So seagulls will bring the body parts to local, like the local neighborhood park here. The neighborhood park, they'll drop body parts in the park where children are playing. that they could pick up these diseases. It's unbelievable. It's Darwinian. It's draconian. You can't even imagine what takes place here. Everybody has to drive with their windows rolled up. We have people stopping by saying, "Oh, steak, burgers." Well, no, like if they were inside those places, maybe they'd have a little bit of empathy. The people saying we need protein, like this guy here, or that we need beef, they know that this industry is dying. In 100 years, this industry will no longer be. And we're gonna look back at this time as a plague. 92 billion land animals every single year are killed. More animals are killed in 3 weeks than humans that ever existed. What does that say about our society? Well, it says we're enjoying consuming violence. We're enjoying being part of a violent society. It's no wonder, right? And until we change that, things like war, oh my God, that guy almost got in an accident. Things like war, poverty, all these things, it's gonna happen. So until we remove violence from our plates, until we stop causing violence, we will not be able to move forward. And people want to worry about human issues. Well, that's not going to change until you stop this. And to the people saying blah blah blah, you're here, right? That's my goal. Okay, I'm out. You're reducing. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? So tell me where you're from, guys. Do you work in the industry? How many animals' lives have you taken? Have you seen what killing animals does to your brain? Do you know what takes place? The psychology behind taking animals? Do you know what happens to your brain when you take a life? Have you seen the documentary Dominion the movie? I also have a link into my description. It's called, it's a 3-minute movie challenge. It's just 3 minutes, and it can show you standard industry practice. Go to it, see what you think, and come back and let me know what your thoughts are. Dave, why don't we have a debate? DM me on Instagram, and we'll see who the moron is, right? I'm just showing the truth, man. If you don't like it, you can move on. Plant abusers. Who eats more, Wayne? Animals or vegans, actually. Animals eat animals. Cows, wild deer. Other vegetarians eat meat when available. I've seen a cow intentionally eat a chicken alive. Oh, Trevor, are you saying that we should base our morality on what a cow does in the wild? We're moral agents, Trevor. Do you not see those animals as individuals, as sentient beings that want to live, that don't want to be harmed? Why do you hate animals, Trevor? Why can't you let them live free and live vegan? It's pretty simple. It's not a hard concept to deal with. You wouldn't go around kicking a dog. You wouldn't set a dog on fire.
Maybe you would.
Or maybe you would. I don't know. Maybe you would. Maybe you think that's okay. But pigs are put into gas chambers. Cows are shot in the face. Chickens are put into gas chambers mostly now. So, like, you think it's okay to torture animals? Like, no. Well, they're bred, right? And what do you think of when you think of gas chambers? What do you think of? We're doing that to individuals. Even the UK government years ago said it was cruel, but because of economics, they could not force the industry to stop doing it. So you're literally paying for tortured animals, and you're justifying it through here by saying a cow did something one time. Well, what about the humans that are putting mother cows into slaughterhouses? What about that? Isn't that mental? Don't you think that's crazy? So again, guys, St. Helens nightmare facility that takes the life of innocent cows. Please hit subscribe, like. I'm hitting the hour mark here. It stinks here. Would appreciate the subscribers. I appreciate you guys sharing. I think they're doing everything they can to make it difficult for us here, which is pretty typical at slaughterhouses. Yeah, exactly, Wayne. What about the carrots? Exactly. Carrots right activist here. Yeah. It's not hard. I just refuse, and I'm done with this stupid... KB, how's it a stupid argument? You wouldn't eat your dog, would you? You wouldn't put them on a slaughterhouse truck. You wouldn't shoot them in the face. You wouldn't set them on fire, right? Yeah, Peter, look at how many streams I've done. It's not a lot. Peter, go back and take a look. If you want to talk about numbers, I had 100,000 people watch my last live stream. So why don't you go and do that? Let's see you have 100,000 people sit on your live stream, buddy. Yeah. There's 126 people in that I can see right now, which is terrific. So that's a lot of people that are going to gain information, and there's going to be a lot of people that have empathy, that don't want to see animals suffer, and that will go vegan because of this live stream. So unlike yourself, you know, you haven't opened up your heart yet. There's still hope, right? Maybe this is just cognitive dissonance. But yeah, America for beef. You keep saying that, but bro, like, think about why you call them beef. You know, they're individuals. You can't even look at them in the face. And maybe, dude, maybe you have a farm and maybe you've connected with them, those individuals, and then you send them off to slaughter at places like this. Maybe you've connected with them. Maybe you had a relationship with them and then you betrayed them, dude. You betrayed them. There's someone named Roddy Girl Sanctuary. She's a Texas rancher. She made the change. And now she runs a sanctuary, a beautiful sanctuary. She's helping other people change. So why not be a hero instead of a zero? Go and open up a sanctuary, bro. Be a hero. Don't be a zero. You don't have to be a loser the rest of your life, right? You can literally transform the lives of those innocent beings and not use violence or hurt other people. And you can keep putting your American flag, but bro, it's cognitive dissonance. You reek of it. You actually reek of it, like this slaughterhouse. I can smell you through this as well. So yeah, subscriber. No milk, no butter, no donuts, but we have vegan options, right? I've been vegan for 11, 12 years. I used to work in slaughterhouses. I know exactly what takes place. I've been on more farms than most of you, probably all of you. So guys, I have the experience. I've seen what takes place. If you drive out to your local neighborhoods and you see the dumpsters, you can peek your head in and you can see a bunch of dead bodies. That's how these farmers treat these innocent animals. They treat them like garbage. They treat them like crap. And no, meat's not superior. I would say plant-based meat is superior. So guys, hit like, subscribe, share with all your friends. Let's get this stream going. Share to family members that you think might be affected by this. Earlier you saw the cows. They were going into slaughter. Now they're no longer here because someone shot them in the face. Can you imagine that person that goes home at night who shot them in the face, what they experience? Boom, 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 shooting people in the face. Like, can you imagine what that must be like? And people here in the stream, they probably never witnessed that or been a part of that, and they're justifying it because they're lazy. Apathy is a real plague, right? Apathy is a plague. Exactly, Steve. Subscribe. Go to Mel and Steve. Subscribe to their channel. Get involved in Project Livestream. August 22nd. We want everyone at all your slaughterhouses, your local slaughterhouses. I gotta move, guys. I'm getting eaten alive here. Absolutely disgusting nightmare facility. Has bugs everywhere. Are you surprised? Are you surprised that there's bugs everywhere in this disgusting place? Stinks, reeks. These poor animals are suffering, living in their filth, living in their shit. Can you imagine living in your shit? And there's people on this stream here trying to justify that. They're saying it's okay to do that. They're saying it's okay to be violent towards animals. Do you want to be around these people? Do you want them in your neighborhoods? It's a very scary thing to think about. Like this person here, real men eat meat. No, real men protect animals, buddy. That's a weak saying. Real men. Real men would never say something like that. Guys, again, outside of a disgusting nightmare hellhole called St. Helens in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where they shoot mother cows in the face with a gun so they can drink their milk, steal their babies, drink their milk, and then they execute the babies. The males they execute, the females they They artificially inseminated at 18 months. Like a man will literally stick his arm in the anus of these mother cows. If you don't believe me, go watch Dominion the movie on YouTube. It's standard industry practice. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I used to work for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, and I'm just sharing with you guys the truth of what takes place outside of these death camps that you're paying for. You might not even know. And if you don't know, that's fine. But now you know, and you should do some research and look into it and see if this really aligns with you. Shooting mother cows in the face and stealing their babies. We don't need their secretions. If we did, we would have been born a cow. So there's a place down the street, and I'm thinking about taking you guys. It's where they have the skins. However, I'm worried that the stream's gonna break. I'm kind of worried that it might break, so I don't know if I should, but guys, let me know if you think I should. Exactly, be vegan for the animals. Martin, so appreciate you. Go subscribe to Martin's channel. In fact, any of the vegans in this channel that you know, go and subscribe to them. They're doing amazing things. They're spreading the news. We need to get out here. We need to show off these places, show them for what they are. You saw the driver earlier trying to avoid me, trying to drive fast at the expense of the poor innocent animals just because he doesn't want me seeing what he's doing. What does that say? Should we not live in a transparent society? This American dude, why don't you believe in the First Amendment? Do you not believe in showing the world the truth of what takes place? I believe in transparency. I used to be an inspector. I think we should all show what's happening in these disgusting industries. I think we should be able to walk into these places at any time, and then you can see for yourself. I think cameras should be on these places at all times. Why not? Are you scared to hide it? What's there to hide? Guys, where are you from? Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you're going to join us August 22nd for Project Livestream. Go DM Mel and Steve on Instagram. Get involved. We'll get you 50 subs and we'll get you active so we can get everybody out of these places. We need this industry to be shut down, obviously, but we need to have eyes on this industry, and we have this amazing tool here. I hit 100,000 views last live stream, which is insane, right? All because people want to know what's happening with their food. Well, it's not food, guys. It's violence. Take violence off your plate. You don't have to be a part of this anymore. Challenge 22. You have a free dietitian there, free support. They'll give you meal plans. It's like breaking a habit after 21 days. So many people have done it. We have a wonderful community. Stand up for the animals. Yeah, exactly. Animals don't have moral agency, but we do. Right? We can change the world here. Yes. So have somebody walking by. Hey, did you know that they kill mother cows here? Mother cows they're pregnant often too. They cut the babies out of them. Disgusting hellhole. I think she works here, so maybe she works the front end, you know? Why not let her know? Maybe she doesn't know that sometimes they're still pregnant. Smash like, subscribe, tell all your friends, get involved, Project Livestream. Go to Mel and Steve's Instagram, DM them. We're gonna get you 50 subscribers, and then we're all gonna be doing live streams or just getting active online because we see YouTube is really giving us more of a platform than they ever used to. Again, are you against eating meat? No, Flurix. I'm against exploiting and commodifying others. So. Eating animals, using them for fur, fashion, any use that you look at an animal that you think that you could use them for, I'm against. I don't eat animals. I don't think anybody should eat animals. It's fucking disgusting. And again, what they go through is absolutely horrific. Yeah, vindictive. I don't know if that's the right word, Jimmy. I'm just sharing what's the truth. I used to be a union steward. I think everybody should know what's happening in their food system. I've seen people suffer. I've had people reach out to me and they have nightmares all day long about what they used to work in. 15 years old, working in slaughterhouses, having nightmares, turning to drugs and alcohol their entire life, and talking about other things. I won't tell their story too much, but yeah, I mean, I've heard these stories. If you look it up at what killing animals does to your brain, Think about it. Think about what that does to somebody to take the life every day, all day, to shoot animals or slice their necks. There's some people that like that. I've seen it happen. But I want to get back into the story that I was telling earlier. So I was outreaching with a young lady last night, and she told me that her dad used to work as a butcher. He used to kill animals. And I asked her if she thought that affected him, and she said absolutely it did. He was first generation. That's the job that he got. Much like my family, my grandparents, first generation, that's the job they got. And she said, yeah, it affected him. She knows it did. It bothers him. And so at the end, I said to her, like, would she want to be the reason that her dad worked in a slaughterhouse, or would she want that not to happen? And she's like, I wouldn't want that to happen to anybody to work in these places. And it's exactly that. A lot of these workers, oftentimes, they're just used to work in these places, but they actually suffer. They're going through that as well. It's an exploitative system. However, it needs to be shut down. The animals are suffering far worse than anybody else. So no, these places, like, jobs don't count when it comes to this. These places should be shut down. Not convinced of what? 310 Media. Go watch Dominion, the movie, on YouTube, or the 3-minute video in my description. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I worked for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency for over 15 years. So I don't know what more proof you need, but you can find the research. Just open up your heart, actually. Maybe that's more of what you need to do. I was an inspector for all things Fluorix. Is it Fulrix? So the training involved working in slaughterhouses for cows, turkeys, pigs, and chickens. I work predominantly in chickens, but sometimes I would work in cows. And so that's, and then I also worked in an investigation unit. So I used to work in animal health, it's called. And so my role was to take in some of the inspectors' files of on-farm abuse where they did whistleblowing. And also, like, when the slaughterhouse trucks would come to the death factories, whatever you want to call them. And so I would compile the information together, and then I would see if inspectors were missing notes or pictures, because it's very hard to prosecute these companies because the laws are so bended their way that it's almost like you have to prove like crazy amounts of abuse. Like, the individuals don't count. Like, if one animal dies or gets, like, suffocates or has a heart attack or freezes to death, they don't count. Like, if I went to court and one chicken froze to death, or a pig, that wouldn't matter. Like, there's a percentage of a threshold that they have to meet in order to maybe go to court, and some of these companies will take fines, but nothing more is going to happen. All they'll do is retraining and stuff like that. So no, I don't shut up, Johnny. I'll never shut up for the animals. Never once. I will not shut up. You can feel free to leave, or you can hit the down button. It's still giving me some views and some whatever. Yes. So that's in a nutshell what I did, and so I saw a lot of things. The videos I saw, it was broken videos, not a lot, but pictures. A lot of pictures that I saw, terrible things. I have nightmares from those things, and that's what started to make me think about changing. I didn't know what veganism was. I didn't know that it was possible to change. I always thought, like everyone else, like, oh, you got to eat meat, or oh, you're going to be missing this and that. And then my partner at the time was like, well, why don't we try it? Try not eating animals. And I did, and I didn't die. And it's 11 years later, and I'm talking in a fucking box to everyone. So it's not rocket science. It's actually a lot easier now than it would have been 11 years ago. Products everywhere, knowledge is around. And, you're going to have your trolls, right? One thing I've noticed is that the psychopaths, they hide in line with the farmers. Like, I don't think a lot of farmers are necessarily inherently bad people. I think they're just stuck in a system that exploits. And they just can't see a way out of it. But they are bad people in a sense, because they're sending animals to slaughter, or maybe their actions are violent, and maybe they should change, but they're also protecting these psychopaths. So these psychopaths do things that you can't even imagine on these farms, things that are incomprehensible. I can't really get into it because maybe I'll get kicked off through terms of service, but monstrous things, like incredibly monstrous things, some of the worst things you could ever imagine. And that's happening in North America. That's happening in all these farms and all these places. It's standard. It's pretty normal. If you go to your local farm or around that neighborhood, you're going to see these dumpster bins, and you're going to see a bunch of dead animals inside of them. You'll see birds flying, eating their carcasses. And how do you think zoonotic diseases spread? I mean, this is exactly what happens when you're doing that, and allowing that system to happen. So yeah, it's absolutely abhorrent. It's disgusting. This is how all the diseases have spread. You know, for what? For what? I constantly have these vehicles stop. Sometimes I wonder what's going on, if people are spying on me or something like that. But yeah, guys, smash like, hit subscribe. DLR123, why am I lying? What am I lying about? Slaughterhouse, they shoot mother cows in the face. Sometimes they're pregnant. How am I wrong? I used to work in this industry as an inspector. 15 years, buddy. Tell me how I'm wrong. Well, the question is 61 ABC 1-2. The question is your desire to eat their bodies more important than their desire to live? That's the question. And so we have some of the employees here, I think across the street. I think they're trying to open up this other slaughterhouse that was here some time ago. Also killing cows, the male cows. So you had one execution place and then another execution place. And this place actually got shut down due to contamination and a whole bunch of things. Riding Regency, I think, was the name. Go take a look. You can search Google and you can learn all about what happens with your damn food system. Everyone thinks that the government's protecting them and they're watching out for them. They want to hope that their food system is safe and that. In this system with the animals, go test. I actually say, why don't you go test the animal product that you have and see if it's covered in disease, pathogens, and whatnot. Bring it to a laboratory, and then you'll see, right? Then you'll have a better idea of what you're consuming, well, who you're consuming. Yeah, it's absolutely, like, it's hard to explain, but unless if you work in the industry, you would see how very little is inspected. It's very little. Very little is inspected. It's minute. 92 billion animals get executed, land animals, every year. Tell them about the KFC crispy skin. Exactly. So if you didn't know, and this is going to gross out all you KFC lovers, go take a look. Go search KFC and do food recalls. And that reminds me, I want to talk about, I think it's Switzerland. I don't know, they're doing labels now. They're telling people on the labels what the animals go through, what they experience. Why don't they do that everywhere? Just show us on the label what the animals go through, how they're killed, what takes place. Oh, you work? Jared. So Jared, when you're going for lunch and you start eating that next baby bird, because they're 42 days old, they're less than 2 months old, and they're genetic freaks because they just grow so fast. When you're going to do that, and they have parasites too. If you looked under their microscope, you would see that. And the diseases, right? The little yellow spots that you see once in a while. Yeah. The next time you go eat one of their carcasses, really look finely at their skin. Maybe you won't be able to see it because it's battered. But that crunch, Jared, that crunch, when you bite into it and it's crispy and it's crunchy and you're like, this is so good. That's dermatitis, dude. You're eating dermatitis. Do you know what dermatitis is? It's a skin disease. That's what you're eating, dude. You're eating dermatitis. Slow down, dude. You're going so fucking fast, man. People be triggered out here. You're eating dermatitis, dude. Jared, how much dermatitis have you eaten? It's disgusting. I'm just warning you. I'm letting you know. You don't want to believe me, that's fine. But I know the truth. I used to work on the kill floor, the line the KFC would come through. And constantly the workers are cutting off the skin because it's dermatitis. But the dermatitis actually goes through the skin and into the flesh. And so they would sometimes have to cut the flesh and so on and so forth. So you're eating dermatitis, Jared. You might want to look for a new job, buddy. Just saying. Sorry, the comments are going by so quickly, guys, so I can't read them all. If there's a question you have, maybe one of the vegans can let me know or refer me to that, or they can answer the question. Well, Robert, you're not consenting to dying, are you? Like, if someone just came in and took your lights out, would that be okay? No, it wouldn't be okay, right? And so why are we doing that to innocent animals? We don't need to do that. We don't need to eat animals. We can let them live. We don't have to breathe them into existence. It's disgusting. Well, it have other meat than KFC, bro. Okay, Carissa, you go ahead and you eat your disease infested. Oh, Carissa, please also look up E. coli, Salmonella, and Campylobacter. Maybe Listeria too. Go look that up and see what prevalence it is in the chicken or animal flesh that you eat. And look up foodborne disease and illness on Google and see how many people go to the hospital each year. Look at what E. coli does to your system, what it does to your central nervous system. Things can lay dormant. You could be unhealthy your entire life and not even fucking know it, okay? I have a cyst in my spine because I contracted it, because I worked in the industry. But I know people that have gone to the hospital eating contaminated flesh, AKA pathogens, and those pathogens are coming from the shit that you saw with the cows all over their bodies, and they claim they can get rid of that. So how do they get rid of all the shit if these cows are covered in shit? Well, they put them through a bath, right? A chlorine bath, a chemical solution bath. But how are so many people still getting sick then, you ask? Think about it. Use your think box, Carissa. If you want to eat that disgusting shit, that's on you, but just know that you're eating babies. You're actually eating babies. You're eating babies, dude. Think about that. Just buy the milk of the store and eat. So you want other people to suffer the trauma, the PTSD, turn to drugs and alcohol, just so you can pretend you're a baby cow, Carissa? Carissa, have you not seen what cow... Watch Dairy is Scary. Go and watch that Dairy is Scary video. It's on YouTube. It's 5 minutes. Go see what the cows go through. You want to do that to innocent mother cows. What if you were in their position, Carissa? Would you want to be artificially inseminated? Would you want a different species trying to use your milk and stealing your babies and killing them arbitrarily just so they could pretend that they needed your milk? No, I don't think you would want to be in their position. Carissa, wake up. Wake up. That's the whole point of this, Carissa. Maybe you didn't know. Maybe you didn't know. And I'm just here to teach you, to help you learn that these death trucks don't belong anywhere. No animal should ever have to go through that. Smash like, subscribe, share with all your friends, guys. We are trying to expose these disgusting hellhole nightmares to the world, and we're doing it. Project Livestream kicked off a little while ago, and now we're going to do another event on August 22nd. I think this guy's honking at me. Or is he? That wouldn't happen if we weren't here. August 22nd, join us, Project Livestream, guys. It's important that we get our little devices out here and we show the world at all these disgusting hellhole slaughterhouses that we mean business. We want the world to show the world. We just want to be transparent of what takes place here at all these disgusting nightmare facilities. Humans are taking lives. They're suffering PTSD. Can you imagine? Having to take lives all day long, the blood, the guts that get in your mouth and your eyes, suffering pathogens. This is the owner. This is the owner here, guys. I've met him, actually. The owner's right there in that truck. first thing he ever said to me, I was invited to meet him. He let me know his dad died. He was 19, and the guy's very unhealthy. Looks like he's falling apart. And he said that himself, so there's nothing I'm giving away there. He told me his dad died at 19, and he said he had to take over the family business, and that's this business. So we tried to talk to him a few times to see if maybe he'd be interested in shutting it down, maybe make it a gym facility or something that's beneficial to people. He said he can't at this point because he's worried about the employees and their employment. But yet he's putting innocent people in these places too to suffer things like PTSD and trauma, turning to drugs and alcohol, and risking the whole community, the violent crime. This guy driving like a wild man here. It's like he didn't need to drive that fast, He says he is aware that the meat industry is changing and is possibly open to change. He has come back on his own meat consumption. So he's the owner of the slaughterhouse, guys. And he's cutting down on his own meat consumption. Think about that. What does that say? It says there's something in there that he knows it's not right. As for myself, I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I used to work for the Canadian government. My entire family worked in this, and I changed. I didn't even know there was such thing as vegan, and I changed. these troll comments. Is it Toll House? Why are you here then? Guy just sits here and trolls. It's hilarious, right? But anyways, guys, if he's thinking about these things, I'm thinking, like, I changed. A number of people have changed. They've opened up their hearts and minds. There's other slaughterhouse workers that are now activists. There's Hunter Toby, for example, Toby Hunter. He used to take lives as well as a hunter who's named Hunter. Jeez, triggered people, man, they're driving fast here. He changed, so go check him out. He's a former hunter. He talks to hunters. He's like, guys, we don't have to do this. This is just some, enjoyment we get, the thrill of the kill or something like that. Chris Pede is another one. Renee, Rowdy Girl Sanctuary. They changed. They're sanctuary now. They used to be a cattle ranch down in Texas, out of all places. If they can change and help others to change, it's very easy for you to change. Challenge22.com. They can give you free dietitian. You won't get that anywhere. Free dietitian advice. And they'll help you with meal ideas, stuff like that. You'll very easily be able to change. No, I think Canada's all right. I don't think it's that bad. Maybe the governance and such could use a change, like probably governance everywhere. Overly governed, I would say. Iran. I don't really talk about that here, but if you are consuming cows or any animal really, often these animals are sent to slaughter still pregnant. So if you're against abortion, why would you be paying for a place that takes babies away from their mother cows, right? Obviously disgusting, horrible, disgusting facility. Save the planet, eat dirt. No, we don't eat dirt. Maybe B12. No, I'm just kidding. How are we doing? You guys are out? We're at 89 minutes. Yeah. No plan. No plan. But you guys are free to go. Like, I don't mind. If there's more, I want to see if there's more trucks. I think they called ahead. They're probably just sitting out on the highway. It's possible. Yeah. No, I don't eat meat, Daniel. We've been through this. It's disgusting. Why would I eat an animal? Are you not all there? Sad life. What's sad life, bro? Daniel, come on. come on my DM me on Instagram and we'll have a live stream and we'll talk about it. How's that, Daniel? Overbearing. What's overbearing? Like, innocent animals are being killed, Daniel. They're literally mother cows being shot in the face so you can pretend you're a cow. Would you set a dog on fire? Would you be okay if someone set a dog on fire? What do you think is happening to pigs? They're sent into gas chambers. Open up your think box, bro. Stop being a freaking drone bot following the rest of the world, man. No, men don't abuse animals, torture animals, or pay for that to happen. Look at these freaking, some of these people, man. I tell you. Anyways. Yeah, the culture. Thank you. Appreciate it. See? Just like in here, there's some compassionate people, open-minded, who don't want to kill the hundreds of cows here at this place. Where is it there? St. Helens Nightmare Facility that has human beings taking captive bolt guns to mother cows' faces and shooting them sometimes multiple times. If that makes you uncomfortable, then what do you think the cow feels like going on the death truck sliding around in her feces? Sometimes pregnant, oftentimes pregnant, so this industry can make even more money. I did briefly, yes. I did briefly. Guys, want to see something really disgusting? Maybe I can get there. Stop, my dude, stop. Let's see. Okay, well. They hit it really well. So that truck has a bunch of body parts in it. Maybe skins with the tarp. Oh yes. They cover with the tarp when, oh my God, the smell is absolutely horrific, guys. Guys, once again, we're in hell. Oh my God, that smell is just... Yeah, they make dog food from the cancer bits. Yeah, yeah. You wonder why all these animals suffer from cancers and all these poor companion animals like dogs and cats are getting sick, because that truck that just drove by was all the cancer, all this bad skin, all this shit. They bring it to this rendering facility, then they heat it and they make it to your dogs and cats and shit. Guys, wake up, man. I'm not full of shit. We can talk about it on live stream. DM me. I'll talk with you on live stream. Don't be afraid. Don't be a coward. You want to call me a coward or talk shit online? Come on a live stream. Don't be afraid. I'm not afraid. In fact, I'll bring you out to a nice plant-based meal. We can discuss things like real people. I'm open. I'm more than willing to talk about this. Well, you're calling me a coward there. Recover Mafia. Oh, yes. Apparently I'm acting like that vegan teacher. You know, she's spreading awareness too, guys. Whether you like it or not, she's spreading awareness. How am I not open-minded? Recovery, tell me how much time you've spent in slaughterhouses and on farms investigating them. Let me know, because I've done it for over 15 years. I've actually done it for about 20 years now. Well, unknown, the stream is going by really fast. Ariane, actually, most supplements go to the animals that you eat to fortify their body parts. Think about it. Most supplements go to them. I take a multivitamin. That's it. And most plant-based products are supplemented with B12 and stuff like that as well. So, well, that's it. Recovery Mafia. You raise your own cows. You're calling them beef, right? How are they beef? If you're raising that, how do you raise a beef? That doesn't make sense, right? So that shows the mentality. Recover Mafia. You can very easily change this sanctuary, right? Think about it. You're sending them to here, right? You build that connection with those cows, and you can't tell me that you haven't. You look them in the eyes. Go back to the stream earlier. You can see them inside that death truck and you can see the fear in their eyes, and they're going to get shot in the face. So you can make money, bro. Blood money. That's your legacy, dude. When you can very easily change it around, you can change the sanctuary. People will support you. Stop it. You don't have to do this anymore. To charity? To charity, you're shooting mother cows in the face, bro. You're having a violent system continue to perpetuate just so you can make bank. Ooh, money. Gosh. That's terrible. That's a terrible philosophy, buddy. You can very easily change. Rowdy Girl Sanctuary change. Transformation Project, very easily. And to your point, YouTube censors patriots. If you're a patriot, why would you want people to suffer PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction, increases in violent crime rates around your surrounding neighborhoods, for them to suffer pathogens like E. coli, Salmonella, Campylobacter, and zoonotic diseases? Why would you want that to spread around? If you're a patriot, you would be against that happening to your country. Are you projecting hip flexion, whatever? Nice. Zeki, Aiden, very nice. That's right. If you need any help, I will DM me or DM Alicia or any of the vegans here. We can set you up with Challenge 22. We'll provide you all the information you need. Thank you for being kind and being a leader. And I mean, we shouldn't have to have leaders in animal rights and saving animals, but you're being a leader and showing all the people here that we can change. Thank you. At whose expense, Aaron? Why don't you DM me and we'll have a live discussion about it. You know, it's funny, anytime I invite any one of you on for a live discussion, nobody messaged me, nobody gets back to me. It seems like you're all afraid to. So if you don't want to talk to me, there's something called Discord. You can go on there. There's the English hub, and there's a link called Vegans Are Better, and it has a question mark. Are vegans better? So go and talk to the people in there. Maybe you can discuss with them. Don't be afraid. We can have a discussion. Yes, if vegetable lives matter, then, oh my gosh, the smell. I can already smell it. Oh, damn. Yo, that truck, guys. To all the meat eaters out there, the animal eaters, I'm gonna send that truck and park it in your driveway, so you guys can smell what you're paying for. Absolutely disgusting. Plant lives matters, so the guy said.
Well, if it matters.
Well, of course, because how much more plants do the animals eat than we do? It's basic math, right? No, it doesn't, Aaron. The smell is, oh, the smell, I can't even, so disgusting. Yeah, so about 50% of the in population of India, 1.4 billion are 50% are vegetarian. And so, you know, I spoke with vegetarians last night. They learned about the dairy industry. They said they're not going to be a part of it anymore. It's very easy to change when your culture is usually on the side of the animals. I feel sorry for people from India because they're consuming cow's milk and they don't realize that they're exporting these. They're the second highest exporter of so-called beef in the world, and a lot of people don't even know that. Also, they think they have to drink cow's milk, which is probably really wreaking havoc on their systems. Most of them would be lactose intolerant, and the risk of colorectal, I think it's colorectal cancer and breast cancer as well, drinking cow secretions. We're not cows, guys. Prostate cancer, sorry, yeah. We're not cows, guys. We don't need to drink their milk. We were born cows. Well, I mean, we wean, right? We wean at what? I mean, it's almost like these people wanting this to happen don't want to wean off of the milk. Oh, like guys, if you are still afraid to get off the cow's breast milk, I will send you a pacifier. I will ship it to your house. Maybe I'll even provide a blankie for the first 10 people that message me and ask me for a blankie and a pacifier. I will send it directly to your house, and then you don't have to do that to the mother cows at this place. Get off the tit, guys. Get off the tit. You're adults. You don't need to do that anymore. Yeah, I mean, as someone here points out, imagine you were still suckling your mom's breast right now. Tell me what the difference is, though. What would be the difference between you drinking a cow's milk and what would be more normal, right? It's the same species, right? Wouldn't you think that drinking your mother's breast milk would be more beneficial than drinking a completely different species milk? If that's what you need. Oh my gosh.
And they don't have milk only if they give birth.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy that people still think they have to consume cow's milk. I get it. We're indoctrinated. We're told this from other animals as well. Yeah, goats. It's amazing that we think that that's somehow going to help us. In fact, if you look at higher consuming nations of cow's milk, you see higher rates of osteoporosis and disease. So yes, like and subscribe, Elisa. I'm so proud of you for coming to our last event. We had 100,000 people view the last time we were out at this place. So this is what has inspired me to come out again and again. Even if I had 10 people watch, you know, it's planting seeds. It's getting people involved. Sorry. Oh man. It's getting people involved. 4 more subs to 1,000 guys. That's really incredible. I'm glad we can make it up to that. And if we look at the propaganda here, guys, look at that propaganda. All nicely fashioned up. Looking for a job. Look at. Why do you think they're asking people to look for a job? Because it's high employment turnover rate. Why? Because people are suffering working in these jobs. The injury rates are absolutely incredible. I know people that have had to get surgery, carpal tunnel surgery, shoulder surgery, eye surgery. A lot of people had to quit work. I had respiratory issues. I also had developed the blood clots in my lungs, all from working in places like this. I mean, and I'm lucky. I'm very lucky. I'm not doxing people's business. This is a public street. Alex, come on. Their mother cows being shot in the face here. Alex, wake up, buddy. Their babies are being stolen from them. Can you imagine? I'm in the public, Alex. I think every public place you should have access to, especially your food system. Don't you want them to be transparent, Alex? If something was going wrong in your food system, wouldn't you want to know about it? Or do you think that private companies can just walk outside your laws? Goat's milk is awesome. Oh, that's so disgusting that you think you're a baby. I mean, how old are you? Outreach person? Do you just walk around with a baby bottle with you? I can send you a baby bottle, but I'll send you with oat milk or soy milk or cashew milk or peanut milk or pea, rice, macadamia. There's so many. Coconut. I'll send you a bottle, a big bottle. Guys, again, please hit subscribe, share. I'm almost at 1,000, which is great. We're at St. Helens Slaughterhouse, Death House, here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where they kill mother cows. Can you imagine? They take the life of mother cows. They're not even 5 years old, most of them, and they're taking their lives because they can't support their milk habits anymore, and they just want to profit off these poor mother cows. These cows can live up to 20, 25 years old, and they're destroying their lives. They're stealing their babies. They're making them live in their feces. Potato, yeah, you can do potato milk as well. Skip, I hope so. I hope we can change the world together. I encourage everybody to join Project Livestream. Go and follow Mel and Steve. It's Mel and Steve on Instagram, and they will help get you involved. We'll get you up to 50 subscribers. And on August 22nd, we're going to show the world what takes place at all these disgusting health facilities. Please get active. The animals need us. They need all of our sports. They need us all on board, and we got to shut these places down, essentially. Actually, 20 to 40. I'm retired, thanks. Why should I get a job if I'm retired? Just kind of curious. Why would I need a job if I'm retired? Soy milk is why I have a gay voice. Okay, whatever you think, Arian. I don't, maybe I appeal to a broader audience, then there you go. Why does that matter to you? Is it like a masculinity thing or something? I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, don't be homophobic. Is that homophobic? It might be homophobic, yeah. By the way, one more sub to reach 1,000. That's incredible, Alicia. I'm not retired, but I'm retarded, apparently. Yes. Ooh, name calling. Oh, I'm crushed. Keep calling me names, guys. If you could smash the down button too, the like button down or up, I don't care. Subscribe to my channel, get involved, protect the innocent animals. That's what we need. We need people protecting innocent animals. If that was your dog on the slaughterhouse truck, you would be out here defending them as well. If they were getting shot in the face, you would too. Guys, it takes real courage to get out to these places. But if you think about it from the victim's perspective, it's very easy. It's very easy to get involved. Do I support this guy? Do I support cobalt mining? I don't know if I do. Do you support mother cows being raped, having their children stripped from them? Thank you, Alicia, for letting me know. And castrated males. You know, they take this big cow dildo and they stick it in the anus of these poor cow or these bulls, and they steal their semen from them. They grape them. They literally, sometimes they manually jerk them off. That's what happens. What a nice job. What a great job, guys. You're paying for people to do that. And who knows, maybe some of them like it. 2240. What are you? You seem like you're the victim here. You're playing the victim card yourself, buddy. Yeah, we should care. Why wouldn't we care? Do you just want to live in a bad society, or do you want to live in a better society? Do you think animals should be tortured? Why should animals be tortured for your pleasure? It's kind of ridiculous. Yes, Janelle, no problem, anytime. We need to get out here and stand up and fight for the animals. Farmers are allowing psychopaths to run wild. They'll even like some of the comments that these psychopaths in here that are just trying to get a rise out of people, calling people names and trying to hide behind what they're doing. The farmers tend to be afraid of these people, and then they take over the space, and farmers and truckers, they wonder why activists are calling out these players, right? So a lot of these psychopaths live on farms. I know one in particular. It's in my head, and I always remember it. This guy hung a pig, and ordered to fear. And this is common. This happens on a lot of pig farms. You might not know, but they hang the pig to fear the other pigs into dominating them or listening to them. That's what happens. How disgusting is that? There's some people that burn animals for fun. That happens. They castrate them. They don't even, well, they SA them as well. This happens, guys. This is what happens in these places because they're not governed. They go mental. They just start to lose their minds, and apathy grows, and then they turn into psychopathy. And a lot of these farmers are protecting these people that are doing these awful, disgusting things to poor, innocent animals. Let alone, they're also, look, most farmers aren't the slaughterhouse truck drivers. What happens is they just send them off. the trucker will come, they'll go on the truck, and these farmers just go like this. Well, that's betrayal, right? You're betraying them. Right. Yeah, that's a good point. So there are inmates that get let out. They get out of their jobs. They can't find jobs because obviously they have a criminal record. But places like I just showed you that are hiring, like this place, will hire them. And so they'll go into these jobs and they'll get their frustrations out. It's very common that these workers will go in, and like I've seen, like I remember going into some places and I was, like as an inspector, I was scared of these workers. You could see it in their eyes, how much they enjoyed what they're doing. You get your supplement and fortification through the animal products you eat, Arian. Don't you know anything about the food system? How have you gotten this far, buddy? I take a multivitamin. I think everybody should take a multivitamin. What's wrong with taking a multivitamin? And name one person or one health professional that would say don't take a multivitamin. Arian, let's have a discussion. Let's have a debate. Let's discuss this. You and I on a live stream, and we'll show the world, what our experiences are. Why do I support? Well, we live in a non-vegan world. 1 hex 2 3. We live in a non-vegan world, so we're gonna have to work through that system. Obviously, I would rather a plant-based food system. Your phone's ringing. Someone's phone's ringing. I would like to live in a plant-based food system, but we don't. So obviously we're trying to get people to change. It's not hard to conceptualize that we're trying to do that. So guys, smash like, hit subscribe, share with all your friends. Let people know that mother cows are being shot in the skull, in the face, sometimes multiple times. Sometimes they're pregnant, oftentimes they're pregnant. So people can pretend they're baby cows. We gotta let people know that that's happening. Let people know that these animals are not only genetically engineered to be freak shows, to suffer as a result of that, but they have their babies stolen, they suffer from disease, prolapses, we have zoonotic disease risks, our environment gets screwed up, they're spraying shit all over our fields, and people talk about, pesticides and stuff like that. That's because you destroy the land with the fucking feces. Use your think box, people. It's not rocket science. Very easy to go plant-based. And then obviously it's easy to be vegan. I've been in it for 11 years myself, my friends here longer than I have. And yeah, we're just out here speaking up for the little guy, the little animal that has no one defending them. Consuming violence, having people perpetuate violence is gonna create a violent society, guys. We need to change. We need to get out there, speak up. They don't need shields. Yeah, you do. It actually, I got shit on my leg earlier. So if you are going out to these facilities, just make sure you're being safe. The feces has pathogens in it, probably E. coli, salmonella. Even just being here right now, I'm at risk. We're at risk for developing a pathogen. It's just the way it is. Anybody working in these places, most workers will contract a pathogen. E. coli, salmonella. Why would you do that to migrants, immigrants, sometimes children? Guys, stand up, speak up, get up the tit. You don't need to be a cow, wannabe. You're not a cow, you're born human. Also, stop being violent. Stop paying for violence. Stop paying for a hitman to do something for you when we very easily could change. This stream's about to end. I'm gonna end it soon, guys. I'll probably go about 6 minutes more. If you have any questions, please ask them now. I'm available. Yes, Daniel, Canadian Food Inspection Agency for 15 years. Many of them in slaughterhouses, investigation unit. I worked in emergency pandemic response in 2013-14 as well. So I've seen it all. I've done it all. I've been a part of it all. I've been to more farms than 99% of the farmers out here. Or any farmers or workers or whatever you want to say. So I've seen it all. I think I'm a pretty reasonable guy. Yeah, I've been yapping to this box here for a while, but it's important. We need people standing